18, Hull KR 19, a brilliant win for the Robins. A double now over the Leeds Rhinos in 2023. And why? Well, it's that man, Mr. Bradley Schneider, over from the NRL. He comes, lands with absolute aplomb in Super League. He scored only one try in 12 appearances for the Raiders, and after 6 minutes, he gets off the mark for the Robins. And to be fair, that try took some scoring. A brilliant debut for Brad Schneider in this one. Of course, Jared O'Connor leveled the game after that. You know, a nice little run from dummy half. Over you go. Thank you very much. 6 apiece. And then on 16 minutes, back to Bradley Schneider. A lovely, delicate little grubber kick right the way through the line. It was a thing of beauty, wasn't it? And over goes Tom Opachik. Opachik is in great form, isn't he, this season for Hull KR? We've got to say, really impressed with Tom Opachik this year. Then it was all about Senior on the wing, you know, and all of a sudden Hull KR are 16 points to 6 up after 29 minutes. And, you know, they're singing from the rafters, Sweet Caroline, aren't they? Unbelievable stuff. But then, of course, back come the Leeds Rhinos. Never write them off, of course. 2 nice tries. Corey Johnson after a great run from Nene McDonald. And then the traditional Ash Handley try on the left-hand side made it 18 apiece because, of course, Hull KR had a penalty earlier in the game. And, of course, after that, it was all about defence. But before we get to defence, let's pick out a couple of key battles and players in this one. We've already talked about Schneider. Brilliant try, brilliant assist, brilliant drop goal. But the battle of the centres was really interesting. 4 quality centres in this game. Don't know what's going on there. 4 quality centres in this one. Let's start off with the Leeds Rhinos. McDonald, we've already mentioned Nene McDonald. A brilliant assist from Nene McDonald. You know, when he's in motion, he does take some stopping, doesn't he? 135 metres from him. And then Reece Martin on the other side of the Leeds centres. You know, he's been playing a lot there, hasn't he, this season? And did well. You know, 133 metres from Martin and 3 perfect kicks from him. And then, of course, for the Leeds, for the Hull KR team, Opachik, we mentioned Opachik, a try and an assist for Opachik, 96 metres, quality player. And then Sean Kenny Dowell, who continues, even at his fine old age, to produce some quality displays, 156 metres in this. Sean Kenny Dowell, what a career, we salute you, sir. Absolutely brilliant. Another brilliant player, of course, this season has been Cameron Smith. Even in defeat, Smith is a player that you've got to admire. 107 metres in this, but more importantly, 50 tackles in defence. He really does lead from the front, doesn't he? He's a great player. He's having a great season, is Cameron Smith. We have to say, real quality there. We talked about the defensive battle. Like I say, once Leeds had levelled the game up, it was all about defence. And actually, Hull KR did more defending in this one. 362 tackles in this game for KR versus 326 for Leeds. So, you know, Leeds were winning that particular battle. They were making more metres. They were doing less tackles. So you'd have thought, had overtime gone a little bit further than 82 minutes, maybe, you know, conditioning, maybe fitness could have played a part, and maybe Leeds would have got the advantage. But Schneider wasn't waiting around for that, was he? He just pops it over. And of course, this was a battle for the playoff places, wasn't it? And the Robins now are in 6th place. We've been really concerned about the Robins at Super League Raw. We felt that, you know, they've been on the slide, the injuries were catching them up, but, you know, back into contention for this one was James Batchelor. He'll be pleased to be back on the park. 125 metres for James. That was a good return from him on his first game back before that Challenge Cup game against Wigan. Of course, you know, like we said, Schneider, Kindhorst in decent form as well. He's not letting anybody down, is he, in the second row for the Robins. And of course, you know, that man on the wing, Ryan Hall, always good for a metre or two and you know, a good tackle bust as well. So there's plenty of quality still in that KR side. It's going to be fascinating now to see who gets into those top 6. Both of these two teams have put themselves in the reckoning over recent weeks. Who's to say that they can't do it? So a lot now needs to be considered in terms of, well, where are they going next and where could the points come from? Well, both of these two sides have got some very tricky fixtures indeed on the horizon. Let's start with the Leeds Rhinos. Where are they going next? Well, they're going to the champions. That's right. They're going to St Helens. And what a game that one was earlier in the campaign when they beat, of course, in round 3 St Helens 25-24. There were some tremendous tries that day, if you remember, for the Leeds Rhinos. So even though they've been on the wrong end of this one, they have, of course, won some tight affairs already this season themselves, so they can't really complain, can they? Once they've been to the champions, 2 brilliant games at home for the Leeds faithful, Lee Leopards and then the Warrington Wolves. After those 3 games, I think we'll know a lot about their playoff credentials. As for the Robins, of course, they go to the Challenge Cup. We wish them well against the Wigan Warriors. Then they come back and they're going to have a home game against the Castleford Tigers before going away twice in a row to Wigan and to Saints. So like I say, 2 really challenging fixture lists there coming up now. Really interesting. A lot of these coaches talk about chunks, what chunks they are for the Rhinos and KR on the horizon. And like I say, we'll probably know at the end of those rounds where these two sit in terms of their chances of sneaking in to the playoffs. Hull KR been in and around it all year. Leeds doing what Leeds do. But this was a great game of rugby league. We hope you enjoyed it. I absolutely loved it. Fantastic rugby league football on show. Some great tries. And Bradley Schneider, welcome to Super League. We're going to be watching you with great interest. The Leeds Rhinos 18, Hull KR 19. Get in the chat. Let us know your thoughts. Give us your comments. And we'll see you next time on In the Sheds.